With all sorts of different playable characters, it is no wonder that MultiVersus was such a huge hit on launch day. Surprisingly, player count has dropped a lot since the start of the open beta game, which launched a few months back. This leaves us with a few burning questions. Is MultiVersus dying? Who will the next characters be? Or will we get an update soon? Stay tuned as we discuss all these topics. Firstly, is MultiVersus free to play? Whether you're on the Xbox One, PlayStation 5, PC, or Nintendo Switch, you can play MultiVersus free of charge. The game has in-game purchases allowing you to buy skins or even if you want to unlock characters, but you can unlock the characters without real money just by playing the game and using the currency you get from matches. Gold is the currency you will get from matches and can be obtained by winning matches, leveling up the battle pass, and beating the starter missions. It will cost between 1,500 and 3,000 gold for a character, and you will need to use gold to upgrade said character's abilities. This means that you can unlock all the characters, but it will take some time and a lot of grinding. The other currency in the game is a premium one, which means you will need to fork out your own cash to buy this. The currency is called Gleamium, and it costs 700 Gleamium to unlock a single character. The prices for Gleamium are $4.99 for 450 Gleamium, which isn't enough for a character, $9.99 for 1,000 Gleamium, which will buy you a single character with 300 Gleamium to spare, $19.99 for 2,200 Gleamium, that'll buy you 3 characters with 100 Gleamium left, and finally $49.99 for 6,000 Gleamium, that'll get you 8 characters with 400 Gleamium to spare. As you can see, it is quite pricey to purchase all the characters this way. Next, what are the different packs and why are they so expensive? The fastest way to buy all the characters is with these packs. There are 3 different packs that cost quite a lot, but as MultiVersus is a free-to-play game, it is understandable as they need to make money somehow. These 3 packs contain character tokens, as well as a few incentives to make them more appealing to buyers. The first pack is the standard Founders Pack, which costs $39.99. With this purchase, you'll receive 15 character tokens that you can spend to unlock 15 different characters, an exclusive rare player banner, and 300 Gleamium. The second pack is the Deluxe Founders Pack, which goes for $59.99. This pack gives you 20 character tokens, 1 exclusive rare banner, 1 epic ring out effect, 1 premium battle pass, and 1,000 Gleamium. The final pack, and the most expensive one, is the Premium Founders Pack, which costs $99.99. In this pricey deal, you will receive 30 character tokens, 1 exclusive rare banner, 2 epic and legendary banners, 2 epic and legendary ring out effects, 1 unique nameplate, 3 premium battle passes, and 2,500 Gleamium. After spending that huge sum of money, your game will be stocked, but your fridge won't be. So what characters should I play? For newer players, Finn will be the go-to character. With hard-hitting and easy-to-learn moves, Finn is a great choice. He is exceptionally good when it comes to 2v2 matches, but sadly isn't the strongest when it comes to higher-level gameplay. Here is where a solid fighter like Batman will take the stage, with great aerial and ground mobility and being able to deal great damage from range and close up. Batman is a solid choice for anyone who's a bit more comfortable in the world of MultiVersus. A few other characters that are solid picks are Bugs Bunny, Tom and Jerry, and Velma, as they all have a few secret moves up their sleeves. Bugs Bunny especially, with a great number of ranged attacks and a few solid mallet swings. Bugs is one tough opponent to face. Even in 1v1, he can keep you on your toes. Velma, on the other hand, is great for 2v2 fights with her damaging speech bubble attacks. If you have a partner that's great at keeping the players off of you, Velma will be able to deal great ranged damage as her melee abilities are subpar. Tom and Jerry will also be a solid pick for all those players who want to give their opponents a hard time in 1v1s with projectiles that deal massive damage. You will set the pace of the fight, coming in with a few melee swings, hitting your opponent off of the map. Now, is MultiVersus really dying? Well, yes, but also no, as MultiVersus has a lot of room to grow, as it is still in its early days with Season 1 only being released in August. We also got a few new characters that will be joining throughout the season: Rick and Morty, Black Adam, and Stripe from Gremlins. MultiVersus had a drop in player count when you compare it to the initial release of the game, when it reached a whopping amount of 10 million players in less than a month, but since then, it had a downward spiral with a few ups gameplay-wise, but mostly downs when considering player count. In July 2022, the average number of players was at 66,920 with a peak of 153,044. But in August, it dropped to 41,553 average players with a peak of only 139,095 players. Now, in the past couple of months, it doesn't look great. In September, the average player count was 8,664 with the peak being 22,037 players. In the last 30 days, the player count has dropped dropped even more, to an average number of players of 3,474 and a peak of 11,937. This does not by any means mean that MultiVersus is dead. There's still a lot that could happen with more seasons being released, and Warner Bros. Games hopefully releasing more characters and updates. We will see an influx of players again, but this will only happen if Player First and Warner Bros. Continue to improve the game. So when will the next update be? We recently got news on the Black Adam update that was set to release a couple of weeks after the previous one. The news was not what we had hoped for, with them stating that the update will be huge and that they will improve the game and add a few new things like arcade mode, but sadly it was delayed, with no time frame on when the update will release. It is quite understandable that the delay happened, as it was one hefty task to update the game with huge updates every 2 weeks, and a finished product is better than a half-baked one. Luckily, we know that the update is coming and that we can expect to see Black Adam alongside a few new features. Now, isn't the competitive nature of MultiVersus enough to keep people playing the game? With games like MultiVersus always having that competitive element to them, would this be enough to keep players intrigued and interested in the game? The sad realization is no. All competitive games still receive constant updates. Rocket League has had the same basis since day one, flying football cars, but still holds a massive player count due to the constant updates and smart ways they use to bring back veteran players and new ones alike. With new events, free items, and a few new maps, the game is kept alive, and don't forget the massive Pro League following. Everything MultiVersus could do as well to keep their game alive. Luckily, the game has a good excuse, as it is still in beta mode. As the game tries to find its footing as a complete game now, it will release more and more content to not only bring new players, but also bring back the old ones. Finally, who would we like to see added to MultiVersus? With such a massive amount of characters in the game, and players waiting in anticipation to see more, we can only hope for the announcement of some of the already leaked characters, like the Joker, because everyone loves a bout between Batman and the Joker. Raven from DC is also on the list, with Marvin the Martian and Scooby-Doo. We can also expect to see Daenerys and the Hound from Game of Thrones. The chances for the Wicked Witch from The Wizard of Oz are also high, as data miners found these characters to almost be completed. Godzilla is also in the works, and sound files for Beetlejuice indicate that he might also be joining the roster. There are also a few characters that we would like to see, like Johnny Bravo, flipping his hair around and striking a few poses, or the Powerpuff Girls, alongside Mojo Jojo. Luckily, Johnny and the girls are already in development, alongside Fred Flintstone, Samurai Jack, and the Animaniacs. We will also have the benefit that the Animaniacs group will be one fighter, so we can see the group's antics all at the same time, as well as the Powerpuff Girls, who will be fighting alongside each other. We're also most likely to see the addition of Ben 10, Daffy Duck, Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, and Ted Lasso in the future, as they are believed to be in early development. With an upcoming roster like this, it is clear to say that MultiVersus is not close to dying anytime soon, and only needs a bit of time to create the game everyone is looking for. And with this, we will have to end the video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a comment and tell us who your favorite character is. Also, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more similar content.